You were saying how when you saw the Mandelson interview yesterday, it made you shudder with the memories of your interview with Prince Andrew. Talk me through that.
It was really striking. Such different men and such different communicators, and obviously very different allegations at the base of that. The financial ones facing Mandelson, the sexual ones facing Prince Andrew. But it all came down to the same question of judgment. And I was listening to Peter Mandelson answering questions from Harry Cole and thinking you could almost have spliced in the questions that I was asking Prince Andrew, because time and again what he had to explain was why he had felt it was okay to carry on a friendship with a convicted paedophile. When I was asking Prince Andrew, the question was, why did you go to his townhouse? Why did you stay with him once you knew he was a convicted paedophile? And Prince Andrew gave me that really odd, memorable phrase. I thought it was the honourable thing to do. You know, a lot of people sort of caught their breath when they heard that. Why do you have to be honourable to a convicted paedophile? But in Andrew's terms, you know, you don't do that in a letter, you don't do that on the phone, you go to New York and stay. Now, whether that was the truth or not, people can make up their minds. But when Peter Mandelson was doing it, he couldn't really explain why he had felt it was okay, after he knew about Epstein's conviction, to not only go and stay, but actually to be living in the Manhattan townhouse. They called it the 71st, 71st Street. He was staying in that townhouse, from what we understand from subsequent emails, from reporting in the Telegraph and from NPR, when Epstein was in prison. He was dealing with a man who was in prison, trying to do a £1 billion deal. And as we now know from those subsequent emails, he was encouraging Epstein to fight against his own conviction. In other words, you had a member of the British government in the House of Lords calling for the early release from jail of a paedophile